Welcome to the dvm360. Give us 5 minutes and we'll update you with the veterinary news, medicine, and business information you need to know right now. I'm dvm360 Associate Editor Steve Bennaka. In this edition of The 5, we hear financial findings from a recent veterinary industry study and get an update from the Neal Awards in New York. First up, the news. The exodus of residents from Japan following last week's 8.9 magnitude earthquake and tsunami could be creating another kind of catastrophe. In fact, Dr. Kathy King, Executive Director and founder of World Vets, says that officials are now trying to assess the animal health impact following the disaster and forced evacuation of some areas. World Vets deployed its first representative to Japan, and she will be followed by several 4 to 5 member teams over the next few weeks. Other relief organizations will follow. Here, Dr. King talks about disaster response.
The role of veterinarians in disaster response is really as much about the people as it is about the animals. In so many situations, we've seen that when a disaster happens, people don't want to leave their homes unless they can take their animal with them. Or maybe there's a public health consideration. For example, some of the international disasters that happened, like the earthquake in Haiti, there were a lot of issues with people suddenly having to live in tent cities and animals running around that are carrying diseases that are potentially zoonotic and can be transmitted to people.
Be sure to read the DVM News Magazine's special report on disasters in April and stay connected to dvm360.com for frequent updates on this evolving catastrophe. The New York Assembly is considering a new bill that would require all dogs to be microchipped and tracked in a state database. Assembly Bill 2882, introduced January 20th, would require all dog owners to have their dogs microchipped by the time they reach 4 months of age. The microchip would have to contain the name of the dog's owner or guardian, contact information, and the dog's description and breed. The information would be transferred to a new state registry. The bill has been referred to the Agriculture Committee. Within days of the euthanization of a ferret at a Kentucky shelter, 16 more fell sick from H1N1. The first ferret fell ill February 10th and was euthanized after not responding to treatment, the AVMA says. Within 2 days, the rest of the ferrets housed in the shelter became sick with similar symptoms. Test results later revealed the ferrets were suffering from 2009 H1N1 influenza. All were treated and are recovering from the illness. More honors for dvm360.com. The website and 3 sister publications were recent finalists at the prestigious Neal Awards ceremony in New York City. Veterinary economics editor Christy Reimer was there.
The Jesse H. Neal Business Journalism Awards are the business-to-business media's version of the Pulitzer Prizes. So they're very prestigious, and it's a great honor to even be a finalist for this award. Last week in New York City, our publications were up for 4 of these awards. The great news is that dvm360.com won Best Website for the 2nd year in a row, and DVM News Magazine won Best Single Issue. And this is the 4th year in a row that DVM News Magazine has won a Neal Award. So we were very honored and very thrilled to receive those awards. In addition, we were up for 2 more awards. The Business 360 e-newsletter was a finalist for Best e-newsletter with linked content. And Michael Obensky's column, Where Did I Go Wrong, from DVM News Magazine was up for Best Commentary.
While the economy shows signs of recovery, there are indications that veterinary clients are clinging to the financial savvy learned during the downturn. Here, veterinary market analyst Dr. Karen Felstead reveals some financial facts from the recently issued Bayer Veterinary Care Usage Study.
What we found in that study is that pet owners have not only noticed how much they're paying, but how rapidly fees have increased. And what they have told us is that they would easily switch clinics if they found a practice that was less expensive. There's really 3 components to pricing. One is the absolute dollar that you charge the client. The second is the communication of value, which is independent of the actual price. But the third is the financing option. Clients may be very happy with the dollar price. They may be very happy with the value. But if you have $300 in your checking account and a maxed out credit card, it doesn't matter how much you value the service. So as veterinarians and people who work in veterinary hospitals, we need to be focusing on better communication of value. We also need to look at innovative pricing strategies that we might not have considered before, and we need to become better educated about third-party financing and pet insurance and be able to make recommendations to our clients.
We hope you've enjoyed this edition of The 5. If you have suggestions for future shows, email us at dvm360@advancedstar.com. And for the latest news, medicine, and business information, be sure to visit dvm360.com every day. This should be the easy part.
So it's a huge honor.